The ANC's second-in-command says the party means serious business in addressing issues of local government. So much so that it plans to establish a local government war room as soon as possible. Structures in the provinces, regions and districts then have until the 15th of next month to follow suit.
The Secretary General will have a war room that will be looking at all these things, and obviously he needs to connect with all provinces, districts and metros. So we'll replicate this process throughout the country so that we have people who are given this responsibility full-time to ensure that they monitor implementation, there's ongoing monitoring and evaluation, and then interventions. So that if there's a problem of sewer in a particular area, it mustn't take long for that to be fixed. So the war room is going to help us with timeous implementation and timeous intervention where there are challenges.
A task team will also be established to review the funding model of local government.
On the second point around possible finance reforms on local government, including what SALGA is basically proposing, I think it is a matter of a constitutional injunction that the three spheres of government are expected to, based on the principle of equity, share the nationally collected revenue, and to the extent that the formula determines that, it becomes very important. Now, 30 years into our democracy, the president made a very clear instruction that we must work on a system that will ensure equitable distribution of the nationally collected revenue. And of course, SALGA, as a representative body of municipalities, they have already done a mathematical exercise. And that exercise suggests that we need to be able to look at the possibility, depending on the outcomes of the process itself, that we increase probably the allocation from 9% to something below 20%.
On issues of crime and corruption, ANC members also supported a proposal to redouble efforts to combat the brazen acts of criminality and gun violence in the country.
The recommendation from the Commission is that the state must heighten its response to this, because we need to assert the authority of the state. I know that in the past there have been responses to this type of violent crime, and it has persisted to happen, like you are giving an example of the recent incidences. Yes, there is a resolution, and we are going to respond as the state, not necessarily as police, but it will be a multidisciplinary effort.
Matale added that the recent revelations at the Madlanga Commission, an ad hoc committee investigating claims made by KZN top cop Ntlatam Khwanazi, gives an opportunity for reset in the criminal justice system. Natasha Piri, SABC News, Birchwood.